We will discuss in detail the 28th verse of Chapter 1, Prathamopadesha/Rasamarna of the Rasaratnakara Rasayankhand. Now, what we're looking at here is a highly specific alchemical and pharmaceutical process authored by Sri Nityanatha Siddha. We aren't just looking at generic philosophy today, not at all. We're actually analyzing a precise operational methodology for creating a genuinely potent medicinal compound.
Looking directly at the original Sanskrit text from the manuscript, it's clear this verse serves as the absolute blueprint for a profound alchemical transformation. Literally every single word here dictates a specific physical state, a precise measurement, or a piece of classical laboratory apparatus that's needed to synthesize this medicine.
This brilliantly illustrates how we can visually segment the ancient words, a process known as padasheta. When we break down lines like svetatam mardeyadetno into the root words, we uncover this highly structured, step-by-step chemical procedure that's actually hidden right within the poetry. The simple English meaning, and really the essence of this verse, reveals a method of grinding specific materials together and subjecting them to intense heat. The goal? To yield an entirely new, life-enhancing substance. So let's break down the exact substances involved here.
Okay, so our starting material is Svedita pareda. In the classical Rasa Shastra classification, take note that this is definitely not your standard raw, toxic mercury. The term Svedita tells us that the liquid metal has already undergone the classical steaming process. It's a rigorous pre-purification method designed to strip away impurities and basically prepare the metal's physical state for this very specific pharmaceutical combination.
Next up, we combine the metal with Divyaushadha Udbhava Bija. This translates to seeds derived from divine or highly potent herbs. In this historical laboratory setup, these specific botanicals act as our organic catalyst. They interact directly with that steamed mercury, providing the necessary phytochemicals to facilitate the transformation of the heavy metal when we eventually introduce it to extreme thermal environments.
Now, understanding the prose order, or the anvaya, really clarifies the exact preparation method. It clearly outlines taking equal parts, thulium, of the Svedita pareda and those divine botanical seeds. Then, the practitioner must vigorously triturate them together, mardiete, inside a stone mortar, or kalve. This mechanical grinding is absolutely crucial. It's a vital samskara, or alchemical processing step, that's essential for the initial homogenization of these two completely disparate materials.
Alright, once ground, the mixture must be sealed inside a vajramusha. This literally translates to a diamond-strength crucible. So what's the purpose of sealing the compound within this specific musha? Well, it creates a totally closed thermodynamic system. You see, the vajramusha is intricately engineered to endure extreme, sustained thermal pressure without fracturing, and that is the foundational thermal technology principle required for our next step.
Once tightly sealed within the crucible, the verse instructs the practitioner to apply daman. This is the active, continuous process of blowing or bellowing air into the furnace, or calcination pit, which is known as a puta. By mechanically forcing oxygen into the fire, the practitioner creates a high-intensity Agni Samskara, or fire processing. This essentially wraps the crucible in immense heat to trigger the ultimate chemical state change.
And the verse is mathematically precise about this fire processing. It mandates chaturthamam, meaning this intense bellowing and heating must be sustained for exactly 1/4 of a day. This highly specific duration ensures that the exact amount of thermal kinetics is applied to completely destroy the metal's toxic properties, all while locking in the medicinal qualities of those botanical seeds.
So we have to ask, does modern science corroborate this classical claim? Actually, yes, it does. Modern chemistry and materials science show that subjecting heavy metals and organic plant materials to these exact thermal kinetics inside a closed crucible completely alters their physical state. It often creates complex organometallic compounds or oxides. And from a strict toxicological perspective, evidence actually shows this specific ancient calcination process drastically reduces the biotoxicity of the raw metal.
The resulting outcome of all this rigorous fire processing is Bhasma Sutta. What was once a volatile, toxic liquid metal has been completely transformed into incinerated mercury, or the calx of mercury. It's now a stable, microfine medicinal ash. If you want to verify this for yourself, a quick search of medical databases like PubMed or Google Scholar using keywords like Ayurvedic Bhasma characterization or nanoparticle medicine will reveal extensive modern research analyzing exactly how these ancient ashes behave at a cellular level today.
Looking at the final line of the verse, it proclaims Yojam Sarva Rasayane, meaning this specific Bhasma Sutta is the absolute master ingredient for all rejuvenating therapies. And this isn't just an isolated belief. We actually find this exact paradigm validated across a massive body of historical literature. Texts like the Rasarnava, Acharya Somadeva's Rasendra Chartamani, Bhagavat Govindapada's Rasa Hridaya Tantra, the Ayurveda Prakasha, and the Sharangadhara Samhita, they all cross-reference the immense clinical potency of this exact procedure.
But to actually administer this newly prepared medicine safely, strict clinical guidelines are established. The dosage, or intake quantity, is incredibly minute and it's tailored precisely to the targeted ailment. It absolutely must be paired with strict dietary guidelines known as pathya. Specifically, this means consuming easily digestible foods like mung yusha, which is mung bean soup, and odan, or boiled rice. Furthermore, fulfilling the deeper tantric philosophical objective, both the practitioner and the patient must undergo physical and mental purification. This often includes methods of atonement or prayashchitta, just to ensure both body and mind are fully prepared to receive such a powerful compound.
On behalf of the VedmataAI family, we humbly request that if you found our presentation enlightening, please share our video widely so that authentic knowledge from Indian Vedic scriptures can reach everyone. Let us all come together to participate in this Gyan Yajna, offering of knowledge. Har Har Mahadev.